So we've talked extensively about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Green New Deal on this program, and she's fighting for this to make sure that people her age and my age and Charlie Kirk's age will have a little bit less of a hellish life when we are older, when we're in our golden years, because we already know that we're going to have to face the reality of climate change, but a Green New Deal would stop the worst of what climate change has to offer. It would possibly stop an utter climate catastrophe. However, since Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is in support of a Green New Deal, well then, by default, Charlie Kirk of Turning Point USA has to be against it. Now, he went on Fox News to vocalize his opposition to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Green New Deal, and throughout the course of this segment, you're going to see that he's opposed to it because he clearly has no idea what the Green New Deal entails.
A socialist from the Bronx, they call her Ocasio-Cortez. She has a Green New Deal that would eliminate much of the United States fossil fuel consumption, close coal and natural power plants, and destroy hundreds of thousands of jobs. Your take on her new Green New Deal?
Well, look, my favorite thing with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, we have gone back and forth on social media, and we're actually within a couple years of each other. So we're both fighting for two very different visions of what our generation is going to look like, either embracing radical socialist ideas or re-embracing free enterprise, constitutional, limited government ideas. But look, this is going to spend trillions of dollars that we don't have over a couple decades. It would totally destroy the coal and fossil fuel industry. And with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's constantly wrong, but never in doubt. She's walking the halls of Congress trying to get people to sign up for this thing. But again, it's only going to further disenfranchise middle America to the Democrat Party. But she's definitely catering to the elites in Malibu and Manhattan. But she's going to lose Missouri, Indiana, in the middle of the part of the country, talking about eliminating hundreds of thousands of jobs, raising utility costs, and spending trillions of dollars we do not have.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the Green New Deal is. In fact, he didn't even bother to look before going on Fox News. Now, I don't know if he anticipated that he would get a question about the Green New Deal, but either way, if you're going to attack someone or even speak about this issue, then you should at least be somewhat knowledgeable about what a Green New Deal is. He didn't even do a quick 5-minute Google search before talking about it. He says this is going to spend trillions of dollars that we don't have over a couple of decades. Okay, so by saying that, he's indicating that he is fiscally conservative. That's a reasonable position to have, so he's consistent, right? He's against Donald Trump's tax plan, right? Wrong.
The deregulation has been amazing. The tax cut has been phenomenal. The VA Choice Act, the right to try, all that is just really important stuff.
So do you understand what's happening here? We actually do have trillions of dollars. It's only for the policies that Charlie Kirk wants. Specifically, the policies that donors to Turning Point USA want. Rich, right-wing billionaires who absolutely lobbied for this tax cut that they got. Now, he also talks about how it would make fossil fuel jobs and jobs within the coal industry obsolete. But the problem is that if you're going to live your life like a capitalist every single day, Charlie, then you should at least have a basic understanding as to how the market functions. A free market means that if there's a new competitor that emerges and is better than an old industry, then it's going to put that industry and companies out of business. Currently, we're seeing the landline industry go out of business. Landline phone manufacturers are currently probably terrified because cell phones have taken over. Are you going to cry for them and beg the government to step in and subsidize them? Would you have cried for the horse and buggy industry as they freaked out over the invention of cars? No, this is the way that the free market functions. Coal is going obsolete because newer, clean technology like hydro, wind, and solar is better. But presumably, since this will lead to an industry dying, well then it's just inherently evil. That's how capitalism works. You're a capitalist, are you not? That's the way that the free market works. The free market chooses winners and losers. Fossil fuel and coal are losers to hydro, solar, and wind. He also says here that it's only going to further disenfranchise Middle America to the Democratic Party, which he's definitely catering to the elites in Malibu and Manhattan, but she's going to lose Missouri, Indiana, and the middle part of the country, talking about eliminating hundreds of thousands of jobs, raising utility costs, and spending trillions of dollars we don't have. First and foremost, she's not proposing that we raise utility costs. If you had checked up on what the Green New Deal was, you'd see that it's not about shifting the burden of climate change to the working class. That's not what this is about. And he talks about, oh, well, we're going to lose or eliminate, rather, hundreds of thousands of jobs. Again, read up on the Green New Deal. It creates millions of jobs with an M, millions. So we may lose some jobs, dirty jobs, but we will be creating millions of new jobs, hence the name Green New Deal. Now, he also says that she is catering to elites in Malibu and Manhattan, but this is nothing more than projection, obviously, because he's catering to the elites that bankroll Turning Point USA, which may be why his organization publishes propaganda puff pieces like this: 10 ways fossil fuels improve our daily lives. Well, I'll do you one better, Charlie. Here's my list as to why we should stop excessively pumping fossil fuels into the atmosphere. And my list just has one bullet point. If we don't stop, we're all going to go extinct. But he doesn't know what the Green New Deal is or what it does, so he just has to strawman and fill in what he thinks it is, and then argue based on the strawman that he created. And this is what conservatives do all the time. It's not just Charlie Kirk, to be fair. Dave Rubin does this. They'll kind of go on Fox News and they'll be asked about something, and then they won't know clearly because they're showing how ignorant they are because they can't cite any specifics, and they'll just espouse these vague, general takes on socialists and say, oh, well, they want to eliminate jobs in this industry, yada, yada, yada. Look, if you're going to argue based on something, then why don't you actually dive into the policy specifics and tell us why you're against it specifically? Saying that it's going to eliminate hundreds of thousands of jobs, that's not a very persuasive criticism, given that the Green New Deal will create millions of jobs. Now, one last quote I want to get to. He says, and with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's constantly wrong, but never in doubt. That sounds like someone that we just heard speak not too long ago. Charlie Kirk is a projection machine, because that's what he's doing. He talks about things he knows nothing about. Specifically, he'll talk about the Green New Deal when he demonstrated that he doesn't know nothing about it. It's not about shifting the burden of climate change to the working class, as he implied. It's about making sure that we reinvent our economy and invest in clean, renewable technology. Yes, industries will die off, jobs will be lost, but the point of having a Green New Deal is to replace those jobs with industries that actually won't get us all killed and make the planet an uninhabitable nightmare.
Subscribe if you like this video, folks. Mike's tremendous, and he's doing a really, really good job. Many people are telling me about how wonderful the Humanist Report is. Bigly.